Understanding that our actions have consequences and can alter the world around us is fundamental to our very being. Understanding the interplay of causes and effects and how they shape our lives is crucial for thriving in this environment. This partnership should be compared to a tree and the fruit it bears. Picture a tree that receives all the nourishment it needs from the ground up while its roots remain hidden from view. The invisible world of cause influences the obviously manifest world of effect, just as the root remains unseen. To put it another way, the origin and cause are like the unseen inner dimensions that provide the framework for our manifest world. The branches and their effects, on the other hand, stand in for the world of appearances that we encounter every day. To understand this dynamic, the tree metaphor provides a useful framework. All matter and events in our universe have an invisible spiritual force at their root, and this is what the cause resembles. It's the starting point, the unseen wellspring from which the whole system draws its lifeblood. Just as a tree's growth is contingent on a healthy root system, the material world, our reality, relies on the intricate interplay of spiritual forces that constitute the cause. The effect, on the other hand, refers to the outward, material results of these ethereal forces interacting. The sensory world is the physical universe, the place where things happen and exist. There is always a corresponding force in the cause that can be followed back to an effect, an event, or an entity. The two are like two sides of the same cosmic coin. The cause and the effect are inseparable. When one delves into the hidden teachings of various religions, a common symbol that emerges is that of cosmic trees. These trees represent the structure of the universe in Kabbalah. The focus of this article is the inverted cosmic tree, a potent metaphor for grasping the importance of cause and effect. By flipping things around, we can see how the unseen world has a significant impact on the world as we know it. The tree is the Torah, and just as there is an upper tree, so there is a lower tree, said Rabbi Isaac Luria. A righteous person's spirit enters each branch, each leaf, and causes the tree to grow and flourish. This quote emphasizes the significance of the cosmic tree as a symbol of the bond between the spiritual and material worlds. At the core of our investigation is the idea that changing something requires working on its foundation rather than just its surface manifestations. Drawing parallels with the tree metaphor, it becomes evident that altering the effect without addressing the cause yields temporary and superficial transformations. To make a real and lasting difference, it's necessary to get to the bottom of things on a spiritual level. Think of the analogy of the branch as a blank slate ready to be stamped with the image of the spiritual cause. Just as the cause exerts its influence over the material world, so the material world is shaped by spiritual forces emanating from the branch, just a channel through which the effect of the cause can be felt. If we want to effect lasting change, we must look beneath the surface. The secret to true transformation lies in recognizing the interdependence of all things. It is here that the unseen forces orchestrate the changes felt all around us. The effect is merely a reflection of the state of the cause, which is the real driver. This fundamental principle echoes throughout religious tenets and reveals the way to effective and long-lasting transformation. To grasp the dynamics of causation, it is necessary to accept that what we experience in the physical world is merely a reflection of unseen spiritual forces at work. Every event, every manifestation, is the result of a similar force in the underlying cause. A spiritual angelic force is responsible for the growth of even the smallest things, like a blade of grass. As we explore the nuances of this viewpoint, we come across the idea of intention as a motivating force in shaping reality. This spiritually inspired goal serves as the driving force behind all that comes into being. This goal shapes the effect's primary constituents as it emerges from the cause. The physical universe serves as a blank slate upon which our mental images of the world are superimposed. As we seek to exert agency over cause and effect, letters, words, and numbers emerge as a potent tool. Language is more than just a means of exchanging information. It also acts as a conduit through which our innermost thoughts, feelings, and intentions can reach the divine. The unseen spiritual forces that shape our reality can be influenced through language. Try to picture language as a channel by which our inner world communicates with the outer world and other dimensions. When we consider how language can shape our thoughts, this idea takes on greater significance. Just as a master gardener carefully chooses each seed for their garden, so too can we carefully choose our words in order to plant the seeds of self-determination in our own minds. Planting spiritual seeds involves tending a mental landscape of positive thoughts through the repetition of encouraging words. When planted in the mind's fertile soil, these ideas grow and alter our mental topography. These seeds' effects go far beyond the confines of our individual minds, permeating the collective unconscious and reshaping our common reality. As a means of self-improvement and as a conduit for the persuasion of others, language demonstrates its potency. Words have the uncanny ability to reach across time and space to touch people in profound ways. To this end, language serves as a kind of signal, carrying our thoughts and desires to the heavenly realms, and thereby influencing the spiritual forces that shape our actual experience of reality. The power of cause and effect is not limited to the linguistic domain. There are other ways to access it, such as through the study and practice of spiritual knowledge. This process helps us realize our full potential, illuminating the space around our souls and strengthening our bond to wholeness. A beacon of hope and transformation is the concept of a whole state existing within the collective soul. Despite the fact that this state is frequently shrouded in the fog of egocentric viewpoints, the path of acquiring and applying spiritual knowledge serves as a vehicle for lifting the fog. As we engage with these teachings, we gradually unveil a connection to our true, complete essence. This revelation is not just theoretical, it has real-world ramifications. The more we study and practice spiritual wisdom, the closer our inner state becomes to that of wholeness. This harmony has a domino effect on the metaphysical forces that mold our material world. Simply put, when we change on the inside, the world around us changes to reflect that newfound harmony. In this case, cause and effect are more directly linked. The change we seek is not something we can achieve solely from the outside. Rather, it is an inner process of becoming more in tune with the spiritual forces at play. By choosing this route, we become involved co-creators who can shape the underlying conditions that ultimately lead to positive change. This method of bringing one's inner state into harmony with a higher, more comprehensive reality is common to many faith traditions. It highlights the interdependent nature of personal development and the evolution of our common experience. As individuals, our growth contributes to a more evolved collective consciousness and ultimately a more unified, compassionate, and harmonious global society. It's important to avoid getting sidetracked from the real drivers of change while we're out there trying to make things better. There is a common bias toward trying to change the results on the surface rather than investigating the underlying causes. This distraction can result in temporary fixes that do not resolve the underlying problems. While demonstrations, revolutions, and acts of violence can produce short-term results, they are often unable to cleanse the underlying beliefs and values that produce the world in which we live. Despite their good intentions, these measures may actually make the problem worse in the long run, because they do nothing to address the underlying spiritual forces at play. The key distinction is the acknowledgement of the mind as the source of all reality. For real change to occur, we must make adjustments to the way we think and feel on the inside. We need to stop looking at the symptoms and start looking at the internal landscape that gives rise to them. Only by getting to the bottom of why we think the way we do can we create conditions for real transformation. In this light, the pursuit of change becomes an introspective journey, a process of refining our inner state by fostering a mindset of peace, love, and compassion. As a result of our actions, ripples of change can be felt all the way through the fabric of reality. The spiritual forces that mold our world undergo an evolution as we, unwittingly, realign our intentions with higher spiritual principles. We enter the realm of active transformation with a better grasp of cause and effect and the recognition of the pitfalls of misdirected efforts. The essence of this transformation lies in our capacity to shape a new reality, one that resonates with the ideals of unity, compassion, and positivity. Together, we have the power to paint a new reality onto the canvas of our collective consciousness. Every occurrence, every event, whether positive or negative, is a reflection of the collective mind. This is the central idea. The world we live in is a projection screen upon which our thoughts and intentions play out. In conclusion, by adopting this stance, the transforming process is given additional depth. By influencing the cause, the spiritual forces within our collective consciousness, we effect a change that resonates through the effect, the manifested world. When we undergo a metamorphosis on the inside, it causes a similar shift on the outside, altering the very nature of reality.